I guess I'm back at it again with another first for G&G. This time I'm reviewing the GPM92 gas blowback pistol that was flaunted around during SHOT Show 2017. That's when we first saw it, but here it is now in box thanks to G&G, who personally sent this my way while I was at the 2017 Airsoft Summer Palooza event at High Ground Airsoft. As of right now, this is not listed on Airsoft GI, but whenever it does go up, I'll be sure to add a link down in the description. But now let's just get right into the unboxing of the G&G GPM92. I like to think whenever you get a hard case with a gun, it means that the manufacturer is proud of their release, so I was slightly expecting this type of carry case. This case even comes with some bling at the top with the G&G badge right in the center, and a plate inside to reassure you that this is the GPM92. So this is a nice little setup. The case itself is pretty sturdy and everything sits in place like the magazine, speed loader, pistol, and folded manual. This manual will show you all the basics like how to use your controls, how to adjust your hop up, how to be safe with airsoft guns, and my favorite part, the exploded view of all the parts. As anyone would expect, you do get a magazine with this gun, but a thumb-powered speed loader? I don't think I've ever unboxed an or a gas blowback pistol with one of these in the box. What's funny is I find no use for these speed loaders with normal gas pistol magazines, since loading them with your fingers is just normal. Why grab a tool when these are my tools? Hashtag man stuff. That's not to hate on this loader, at least it's included. Oh, and the 26 round magazine is cool too. Grabbing the GPM92 now, I'll go over all the normal stuff, but since this is just an M9 replica, I won't say anything crazy. You'll get a metal slide and a metal frame with an under rail for flashlights and laser accessories, but you do like a threaded tip. Kinda. The inside of the outer barrel is threaded, so if you want to add an amplifier or a suppressor, then you can, but you'll need an adapter. Especially if you want to add on the soon-to-be-released Battle Owl Tracer unit. As for markings and trademarks, G&G threw on a few Guay logos on the grip panels, and caliber marks and serial marks on the sides of the slide, and on the rail segment. The markings also perk up the iron sights that are dotted bright white, which of course I like. Bringing the GPM92 above some of its competition in my opinion, however, would be the decocker that's built right into the ambidextrous selector switch. No, you don't get a full auto switch, but you do get the normal safe, semi, and decock positions like on the real double action pistol. And the selector is about even the amount of force needed to switch said selector from either side. And another bonus is the easy to adjust hop-up adjuster that can be found after removing the slide from the frame. And there you go. No Allen wrenches needed. And with a G&G .28, I found 100-foot shots indoors to be no challenge for the 6.03mm inner barrel. However, while I was filming, rain and wind ruined my chances to film any of this, so I apologize for that. You'll just have to take my word for it. I only had one day to review this gun, so some cuts had to be made, so I hope you understand. What I did get the chance to test, however, was the magazine intake and gas consumption, and what I found was alright for a gas gun pistol. After the first gas fill, I only got 20 shots, meaning I couldn't empty the entire magazine. But after the second and third gas fill, I got 50 shots on average, but the slide catch wouldn't activate from time to time. Nothing out of the ordinary and nothing super superb about this, but with the massive slide I can kinda understand. However, when firing about 300 shots from the same magazine, I never had any freeze issues that slowed down my shooting segments. Very impressive, G&G. It's a tad strange, but I like this recent rendition of the M9. Like the 1911, there's a lot of airsoft replicas of the M9, so you either have to be a little bit ahead of the game while you're new, or be so ahead of the game that you can last for years. So this pistol shows the first serious steps for G&G into the gas scene. With the GPM92, it seems like G&G really wants to get into the gas blowback scene with pistols, and they have a few mock-ups already, so we'll just have to see how this goes with time. Hopefully in the future, G&G advances on my nitpicking and on the other opinions that come out with other people's reviews of the GPM92. But as it stands now, I like it, especially with that cooldown that is made with the mesh around the hammer valve. But besides that, it's kinda average. But one real thing that G&G has is velocity consistencies. You'll be able to take this into most CQB games, and you won't need to worry about major feet per second drops, as you can see here. A metal outer barrel, metal slide and frame, metal controls, consistent readings, and an impervious nature to freezing are all great pros to list. As for cons, I'd list maybe the slight sloppiness in the selector switch, as it could be a bit more stiff. The slide catch is also a point that's a bit iffy, and I guess the trigger, as M9 triggers are always kinda long. Yeah, I know I rag on M9 triggers a lot, but I'm just being truthful. So as my take, I like what I reviewed. I like the consistency and I like the durability when firing at high volumes. But for $160, would you recommend this yourself? Voice your opinions down below in the comments because G&G will be taking a look at those. But I'd like to thank G&G for giving me the opportunity to review this pistol, and I'd like to thank you all for watching. But until our next video drops from the city of San Antonio, this has been Scott Hollenbeck, and I will be sure to see you all next time.
Wonderful, Charlotte.